Well, hi everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. My name is Renee Charles, and I am your host for Ask the AARP. And our guest today is Ryan Grunenfelder. Ryan is the Manager of Advocacy and Outreach for the AARP. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So you've been involved with AARP for a while.
I have.
About 15 years, is that right?
Yeah.
You've done a few different jobs with them. Tell me about them.
Yeah, well, like you said, I've been with AARP for 15 years. I'm currently the Director of Advocacy and Outreach, which means I lead all of our state and federal government affairs work across the state of Illinois, as well as I lead all of our outreach work south of the Chicagoland area, so downstate Illinois.
So those who may not know, explain what AARP is and who can really take advantage of it.
Well, in Illinois, we do a lot of things across the state of Illinois. One of the things is the program that we're going to talk about tonight, the Illinois Secure Choice Program. We advocate for people in the state capital on issues such as nursing home neglect, home and community-based services, financial exploitation, anything, financial security, anything that will help make people's lives a little bit better. And we also do a lot of education across the state of Illinois on a wide range of topics with regards to things like caregiving, or here in Peoria, we've even done some classes on lawn envy to help people figure out how to take better care of their lawn.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah.
What are the goals for AARP?
Well, we are an advocacy organization for people 50 plus and their families. So our goals simply are to make life better for people. Our founder, Ethel Percy-Andrus, says what we do for all. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. Just whatever it might be to make someone's life better, especially on issues of retirement security, health care, caregiving, things like that. That's what we try to do.
So the big topic we want to talk about tonight is the Illinois Secure Choice Savings Program. And this is a brand new program, but it's focused on people who are working but may not have the opportunity to save for retirement through their employer.
Right.
So give us just an overview of what this is, and then we're going to dive down deep into it. And by the way, we are taking your calls. So feel free to give us a call and ask any questions you want to about the Illinois Secure Choice Savings Program or the AARP. The number is 698-3742. We have people in the back. They're ready to take those calls, and we'll get your questions answered right here on the air. So give me an overview of what this savings program is all about.
Well, the Illinois Secure Choice Savings Program launched this year officially. It's something that we've been working on. When I say we, I mean AARP and other advocates. We've been working on since 2010, and it was signed into the law in January of 2015, but Illinois was the first state in the nation to pass a program of this type. And when I say a program of this type, I mean a retirement security program that allows people to save for retirement through their employer. And it's for people who do not currently have the ability to save for retirement for their employer. So if you don't have a pension or a 401k or an IRA, those people that don't have that ability will now have access to it.
Because not all employers are able to offer a retirement savings through their 401k or pension or anything like that.
Right.
I was astounded when you told me the number of employers that don't offer that, or the number of employees in the state of Illinois that don't have access to it.
Right. More than half of employers in the state of Illinois don't currently offer an employment-based retirement savings benefit. That means that in Illinois, that's over 2.3 million Illinoisans don't currently have the ability to save for retirement at their place of their employment. And that's something that we really wanted to address with this program.
So that means if it's not offered through their work, if they don't go out and do it on their own, they're not saving.
Yes.
In the traditional sense that we think of investing their income and putting it somewhere that it's going to grow for them, they may not be doing that at all.
Right, exactly. So many people don't know how to go out and set up their own IRA, so they aren't saving. But when they have an ability to save for retirement through their employer, employees are 15 times more likely to save for retirement. And if it's automatically enrolled, then they're 20 times more likely to save for retirement, which is just wonderful for their future financial security.
Because you don't even see that money, so to speak. You don't see that money. It's coming directly from your paycheck into the investment of your choice.
Right.
And so you're not having to write a check and do that every month. It's being done for you through this particular program.
Right. It's not part of your take-home pay, so it's taken out with, along with, say, your Social Security. The amount of money that you choose to invest is automatically sent, and then you have your take-home pay, and then on a regular basis, how often you would like, you can check your investment, find out how well your investment is doing for your future financial security.
And since this is new, how is it being rolled out? Is every employer in the state of Illinois part of this program? Who can offer this to whom?
Well, there's a number of employers that are going to be required to participate in the program, and those employers have to have at least 25 employees, have to have been in business for at least 2 years, and do not currently offer an employment-based retirement savings benefit. So for those employers in the state of Illinois that meet those qualifications, they will be required to participate in the program. Now, they do have the ability to go out and set up their own IRA or 401k at any time and choose not to participate in Illinois Secure Choice, but if they don't want to do that, they will have to participate.
And as the employee, I can choose whether or not I want to enroll in it. It's
Yes.
up to me if I want to do it.
Right. Employees that work for those employers will be automatically enrolled. However, they will be given a sheet and they will have the ability to opt out. But we highly encourage people not to opt out because this does give them the ability to save for retirement. And also, the reason the program is set up as an automatic enroll is because employees are far more likely to stay in the program and invest for their own future when it's automatically enrolled because it's so easy. Over 90% of people who have had the ability to save through an automatic 401k over the years have stayed in the program for that matter, and that's what we're hoping to see in the Illinois Secure Choice program.
I think about that from my own perspective, that it's automatically done for me, and so I don't really have to put that extra thought into it, and I could even increase it every now and then, annually, and maybe add 1% more to it. And it's a lot easier to do that because it's done for you. It's
Right.
done automatically. You're not, I guess I said before, you're not sitting having to think about, where do I put it, what do I do with it?
Yeah, employees have the ability to manage it however they want. There's a default rate of investment that's set up, and it's at 3%. You can raise that percentage if you'd like to save more for your retirement, or if you're not comfortable with it being at 3%, you can lower it down to 2 or 1%. Whatever is most comfortable for the employee at the time of their investment choice is the way they can set it up.
And this is underway right now, so if somebody's watching, they can head into their office tomorrow, excuse me, and ask their HR administrator's office, can I do this? Can I get started?
Yeah, if you work for one of the employers who you think may qualify for this program, sure, ask them, see if this program is coming your way, and let them know that you'd like to save for retirement.
And we, before we go to a quick break, I want you to touch on, we think about Social Security. Social Security is something that is still there, but it's meant to be a supplement to your retirement. It's not meant to be your full retirement benefit. So this will add to that. We're not saying you can only have one or the other.
Right. Social Security is critical, but it's just not enough. The average family average Illinois household with people 65 plus has a Social Security income of about $18,000 per year. However, those same households spend about $21,000 per year on things like food and utilities, health care, and medicine. So Social Security does not cover all of that. So everybody needs an additional retirement income in order to be able to take care of themselves as they get older.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, but I want to remind everyone, you can give us a call. 698-3742 is the phone number. Ryan's going to answer a few of these questions. We've got a couple of them that have come in, so when we come back, we'll get to those, and we'll talk a little bit more about it as we continue our show here with Ask the AARP. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. You're watching Ask the AARP. I'm Renee Charles, and we are taking your questions. Feel free to give us a call, 698-3742. And Ryan Grunenfelder is here with us from the AARP. We have a couple questions. We're talking about the Illinois Secure Choice Savings Program. It's a new program that the AARP is rolling out for those who may not have retirement option, investment options through their current employer, I should say.
Right.
So one of the questions is this a Roth IRA program? And if so, can I add it to my existing Roth IRA?
Well, it is an IRA. The law that originally passed in January of 2015 did require it to be a Roth IRA, but earlier this year we passed an additional piece of legislation that opened it up to an IRA in general. So when the program is officially launched and people have an opportunity, they'll be able to choose an IRA, which could include a Roth if you'd like.
Okay, and I can choose where I want my money to go
Yes, absolutely.
through a list of options.
Yeah, the Illinois Secure Choice Board has set up a list of options through the vendor that's going to be managing the program, and people that are participating in the program will have a list of investment options to choose from. Some are more risky and some are less risky, which is standard of whenever people have other type of investments like a 401k, and it's all up to the employee to choose the investment that they feel most comfortable with.
So one of the reasons that people may not invest is because they don't understand or they don't know how to do it. So one of the questions that came in is who's going to manage these funds and who's going to help me when I want to decide where I should be putting my money or how much I should be putting in?
Okay, well, anybody that is able to participate in the program will be given a flyer that has been, or more of a pamphlet that's been created by the Illinois Secure Choice Board. And that pamphlet will list out everything that people will want to know about the program, including who they should contact about the investment or even some investment advice. Or if people want to find out right now, they can go to ilsecurechoice.com and look at that's the official program website. There's some videos on there that explain the program, and they can really dig deep into the details of that. And that's also there's also a link available through the WEEK site that's set up.
And is this only for folks of a certain age and older? Is it open to anyone?
It's going to be open to anyone.
Okay.
People who are at least 18 years of age or older will be able to participate. And if they work for an employer that offers the program, they can start investing right now.
Is there a deadline? Sometimes you hear of things that are open enrollment and you have to do it by a certain date. Is there a deadline for this, or is it just constantly available?
It's constantly available. You can, well, you'll be automatically enrolled in the program, but you can opt out at any time. And the nice thing about that too is if you opt out and you want to jump back in, you can. But also if you change employers, you can take this program with you. So the program does not stay with the employer. You will have an account number that you can take to your next employer, and if that employer is also participating in the program, you can just give them your number and continue your participation.
Okay. So why did AARP get so involved in this, and why did it take what seems like a long time to get it going?
Well, financial and retirement security is one of AARP's top priorities. If people don't have a strong nest egg when they reach a retirement age to where they either want to retire or have to retire, then they're really going to be struggling with the years while they're in retirement. So we got really involved because we care deeply about people's ability to save for retirement. This took so long to pass because it was just a concept when we introduced it.
And Illinois was first.
Yeah, exactly. So we were first in the nation, and no other state had passed it into law. And so when we introduced the legislation back in 2010, 2011, I worked with the other advocates that are involved in this to help push it through the Illinois General Assembly. It just took us a while to sell the idea of the program to the members of the Illinois General Assembly in order to get it passed. So we found some great champions in the Illinois legislature that helped us do that, and it really carried the ball forward.
And now we're one of the first in the country
Right.
to have this program in place. Oregon was actually the first to enact it.
Yes.
We're second. But to have this going right now is really a great thing for Illinois because, as you mentioned before, half of our employees don't have a retirement investment option through their employer.
Right, exactly. So Oregon has launched it. California launched their program earlier this year, and there are other states coming down the pike that will also be able to offer that to their employees. And it's really a wonderful thing to see this trend happening across the nation, because there is a retirement savings crisis, not just in Illinois, but across the nation. People have not saved nearly enough money for retirement. And the closer they get to retirement, the more nervous people get about it. With this program, people can start saving for retirement the moment they start working, when they're 18. And that value of compound interest over those many decades of savings is really going to pay off when people can retire.
And I think that's important for people to take note of. Anyone of any age, 18 or older,
Right.
can participate in this. It's not just for AARP members.
Correct.
Anybody can do it, because it's going to benefit really all of us in the end if we're saving for retirement early, or if you're going to start that savings now and maybe you are 55. That's okay. Start it now and it'll be a benefit to you.
Right, absolutely. So people can start when they're young, or if you're 50, and we've heard a number of stories like this where people have not been able to save for retirement, say by the time they're 40 or 45 or 50. This program will really help them, because maybe a number of people have told us for the first time in their lives, they have access to a program that will allow them to save for their retirement. And that's wonderful, because if you're over 50, federal rules allow people who are investing in an IRA to save even more money for their retirement, to play some catch up, so they can save a lot, many thousands more for their retirement than they would have if they didn't have access to
So
this.
it's never too late.
Right.
Another question coming from one of our callers. They are currently on Social Security disability. Will this affect his Social Security payments?
No. No, this will not affect any retirement income that you currently have. That is something that people, Social Security and Social Security disability is something that people have paid into, and that's a benefit that people have earned. This is something that will be in addition to it. So if you have Social Security and you've been investing in it for 20, 30 years, and this program comes along and you haven't had access to simply employment-based retirement savings, which Social Security disability income is not, then you can participate.
What about taxing of this? So how will it be taxed? So a caller here has a Roth and an IRA and is asking how this particular investment would be taxed, and how can you withdraw it in advance?
Well, it'll be subject to the exact same rules that are set on the federal level. So people that want to withdraw from an IRA, I believe, I'm not 100% certain on this, but I believe if you're 69 and a half or 70, you have to start taking distributions for your IRA. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not 100% on that. But with regards to the tax question, one wonderful thing about living in Illinois is that retirement income is not taxed in Illinois.
Okay.
So this will be treated the same as any other retirement income within the state of Illinois. So it'd be 0% for a retiree if you're retired,
Sure.
it would be 0% in Illinois tax.
And I like this question. This is right to the point, no beating around the bush. Who's controlling my money?
You are. The employee that is investing in this program is controlling their money. The employer does not touch it. In fact, the law does not allow employers to contribute to it, nor does it allow the state of Illinois to contribute to it. It's simply a pass-through. The employee's money goes directly from their paycheck into the investment fund of their choice, which is a private financial management company, and that is where it is managed. The state of Illinois does not have any control of it. The money never goes into the state of Illinois or government hands. This is entirely independent.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have a few more questions. Don't forget the number, 698-3742. You can ask the AARP when we come back. Well, welcome back. You're watching Ask the AARP. I am Renee Charles. This is Ryan Grunenfelder, who is with the AARP, and we are talking about the Illinois Secure Choice Savings Program. Taking your calls. Don't forget, give us a shout at 698-3742. Had a lot of great questions so far, and a couple more here. You mentioned that employers that have 25 or more employees and have not offered retirement savings are the ones who are part of this program.
Right.
What about an employer that has part-time employees, so more than 25 part-timers, maybe not full-timers?
If they've been in business for 2 years and if they don't already offer an employment-based retirement savings plan, then yes, they would be participating in the program too.
So this caller could go into the office tomorrow and say, I'd like to learn more about this. Are we part of it? And then
Right.
find out how she can start her own retirement account.
Right, yeah, just ask your employer if this program is coming their way.
All right, easy enough.
Yeah.
This caller is now age 62. Is it too late to join? No. And how does she get into this program? She'll be retiring soon.
Okay. It's not too late to join. In order to get into the program, you have to be working for an employer that offers the program or that will be participating in the program. So you would need to check with your employer and find out if the program is coming your way. But yeah, I say if it's available to you, definitely jump in.
Get in there.
Yeah.
When are employers expected to implement that? We've kind of been saying it's going on now.
Yeah.
Are they up and running, ready to go? Is this if I bring it to my employer, then they'll be getting in touch with you? So when do we expect to have all employers on board with this?
Well, the Illinois Secure Choice Board has been gradually rolling this program out through the year, and that board is chaired by the Illinois Treasurer. That's the way the program was set up. And so they started the year enrolling people that have at least 500 employees, and through the year they've been rolling down, and now they're having the big rollout to where it's for 25 employees and more. So over the next few months, over 19,000 employers across the state of Illinois will be added to the program. So we encourage anybody who thinks that they may be eligible for this program or may have this program coming their way, ask your employer about it and see if you'll be able to participate.
Is there any penalty for an employer who doesn't offer it?
There is, yes.
Do you need to pay capital gains on the program? So as an investor, if I enroll in this, do I need to pay capital gains on the program?
No, it's simply set up in an IRA method. So this is not a separate stock investment or anything like that. So you're simply subject to federal guidelines on IRA.
Okay. And one more here. Is this only available if there's no current program? So if they already offer something, can the office still offer this program?
No, they cannot. It's only if your employer offers a 401k or an IRA or a pension or any other type of investment fund of that sort, the employer is not required and in fact is not legally allowed to participate in the program. It's only for employers who don't offer any employment-based retirement savings benefit right now.
How does this help our state?
It really
does
helps
it?
Well, it does help the state of Illinois. When people are more financially secure, then they are less likely to need programs such as Medicaid
Sure.
or other social programs that the state of Illinois may offer to their residents. Some data that we've seen has shown that the state of Illinois itself could save $139 million over the next 10 years simply because of the fact that people are participating in this program. They have better financial security. They can afford their food and their medicines and their health care, and they don't need to go elsewhere to figure out how to pay for those things.
Because we do hear the stories that you have to choose between your medication or
Right.
your food or your rent or your food.
Mm-hmm.
That is true, and
Yeah.
unfortunately that is a reality that we live with, not just in Illinois and not just any specific age group. But if we can start to invest a little bit now, even if it's a small portion, to get us to that place where that may be less of an issue for us as we grow older.
Absolutely, yeah. When people retire, they're on a fixed income.
Mm-hmm.
And the older people get, the less likely they are to be able to return to the workforce. So that's what makes this financial security and retirement security so much more important, that they have it saved now so they can pay for those things that they absolutely need.
And you mentioned before that employers are not required to make a contribution or match your contribution. Could they if they wanted to in this program?
No, they're not allowed to. It's written into the law that employers cannot contribute to it. If they want to be able to do that, then I would encourage employers to go out and set up their own investment choice, whether a 401k or IRA, and do it the way they'd like. Then they wouldn't have to participate in the program anyway.
And another, we had this question earlier, but I think it's good enough to bring it up again since we had another question here. Do I have to participate? If my employer offers it, do I have to, or can I still go out and do it on my own with my own private investment firm? I'm not required to invest in it.
It's all your choice. Earlier I said that the program is an automatic enrollment, which means that if it comes your way, you will be automatically enrolled, and you'll be given a notice saying you're automatically enrolled, and your participation in the program will be set up for you. If you do not want to participate in the program, you can opt out, and yes, you can go out and invest on your own in whatever type of investment you'd like to do.
All right. Well, Ryan, I think we had a lot of great questions. And if people want to learn more about this, they can call the AARP, they can talk to their employer. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, they can go to week.com/AARP. On that site, we have all kinds of information about the program itself, and we also have a link to the ilsecurechoice.com website so people could learn even more if they really want to get a lot more details about the program.
All right. Well, it's called the Illinois Secure Choice Savings Program. Thank you so much, Ryan Grunenfelder from the AARP, for joining us today. And if you have more questions, give them a call, go to their website, and you can learn more about it. Thanks for joining us tonight.